Hello and welcome to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV for the PC. So last time we got our airship and we did some things. Actually, I should probably land here. So one of the first things I did was I ran into here and I got another ice claw from the shop here. So that Yang is equipped with 2 ice claws. That'll come into play shortly. Now, the next thing that you can do with the airship, there's two places that you otherwise wouldn't think to go. First, we can now go back to the village of Mist, where we met our friend Rydia, who may or may not still be alive. Now, coming back here, there's a lot of secrets and items you can grab. I'm going to grab them right now, so let's get them. Okay, this is a house. Now, I don't think there's anything up here, and nothing in the bookcase. But if you stumble into the fireplace, which is, that's a big-ass fireplace, but we're gonna go over here. Gosh. Here we go. We find 2 treasure chests. We get some clothing and a gold hairpin. That's kind of lame. What's down here? In the second secret room. Now this is the good stuff. Polymorph rod and a ruby ring. Ruby ring is not that good, but the polymorph rod has some fantastic stats on it. Now only if I can figure out how to get the hell out of this fucking abyss of a hidden place. Polymorph rod, most of this is probably going to tell us. So, ice rod, it's better intellect, better attack. Yeah, sure. Nothing there, nothing there. Alright, moving on. Now, another neat thing about this place is there's a shop here, and a burned out house, another burned out house, a well. There it is, the shop. Where you can buy the Dancing Dagger, which it got nerfed pretty hard in this game, which is kind of sad because usually you could have your spellcasters equip this and they use it from the item pool and it would just do huge damage. I'm just going to buy one to have one. I don't think I'm going to use it though. The only thing they sell here is garbage armor. Well, not garbage armor, but I already have a Bard's Tunic, so I don't really need another one. You know what? I'm going to have another one. And that's really all that's here. Really want to stop here. There's some other secret items in the village, I believe. Let me see if I can find them. But nothing really earth-shattering. Is it over here? Nope. Bomb fragment. That's kind of depressingly accurate. Said there's like something down here too. Here it is. And another bomb fragment. There's another like attack use item. I don't ever really use those, so it's nice to have. If I wasn't so hell-bent on keeping my inventory as full as possible, I'd probably sell it for monies. I gotta fight. Who the fuck are these? Apparently nothing to be worried about. Ugh, that's garbage money. So, one of the things I was doing while I wasn't uploading and recording was, you'll notice that most of the map is filled out except the top left corner. That's quest stuff. But down here, there's an island, and these enemies are much higher difficulty than I would otherwise do at this point in the game. So I've been killing critters here to level up. Now, that being said, I want to go and get some stuff first. We're going to be heading towards the Archipelago island, and it's in the middle of it. That's a suspicious cave. And I want to check some items I can equip at this point. Which, between these two shops, the weapon shop and the armor shop, you can actually buy a mithril hammer and a mithril shield, but also the area that I pointed out previously that I shouldn't have been at has just... the creatures you fight can drop a mithril shield and a mithril hammer, so I would recommend not buying those here. Okay, good. But I would absolutely... Oh, they don't actually have it yet. That's kind of depressing. Oh, okay. Caspira, that's nice. But I would also recommend having a bunch of gold needles. This is the weapon shop or the item shop? Where the hell did I go? It's the item shop. Or the weapon shop. But the place that I recommended previously, I would absolutely recommend having a bunch of golden needles because everything in their mother's stones you there. Oh, I see. I went to the fucking weapon shop rather than the armor shop. Oh, Lord have mercy. So this is where kind of like the big thing comes in. So mithril shields here are 1,000. I would recommend buying both of them because in this version, Cid can actually wear a shield and a hammer, so that's just a massive armor boost. The mithril helm, it's good, and then you have the mithril armor, which is actually really good for Cid, and then mithril gloves. If you're not going to grind up the obscene amount of money you need for the bullshit, I would personally grab one mithril shield, and honestly one mithril glove, because these two will make huge differences to Cid. Whereas you can give Cid the headband, which will increase his armor, or honestly, if you have extra money, get a mithril helm, that'll push up his armor further. It's not game-breaking, but it does help. Now, all of this armor increases Cecil's defensive stature, but really, I mean, he's going to end up being your healer in the near future. Well, I mean, fucking frankly, he's the healer right now, because Tella's 90 MP ain't going to do shit. So, it's good to have spear boosting equipment for Cecil just to increase it. Otherwise, if you're just going to go for steamroll effect, where you're going to level him a billion levels like I do, it doesn't really matter then. Actually, I forgot to look. I believe I have Cecil with everything except for the mithril armor, which I'm going to wait. So now that we've explored the two villages that you essentially gain access to, aside from the quest-related village, we're gonna pull some shenanigans here shortly. We're going to go to Mysidia because I need some items. High potions, okay, gold needles. I need so many of these. And we're basically broke, which is good. And now after this, we're gonna go and do something that you were most certainly not expected to do until much, much later. Alright, so, if you look at the area, the game alludes that you need to go to the northwest, but we're at the southwest. What could possibly be in this castle? Well, I'm going to say right now, this is a castle we are abso-fucking-lutely not supposed to be in right now. Which is the same with the actual area around the castle. It's just going to wreck you. But if you can kind of manage your way through the fights, actually, you know what? I want to talk about the fights. If you can manage your way through these fights, you'll get huge experience. So these fights are not too bad. It's usually have Cecil just attack melee, you have Yang kick to hit the group, you have Cecil or you have Sid just hit shit with a hammer, and Tello's really the clutch person here with his shitty 90 AP. He's going to drop Blizzaga or Thundaga or Faraga. All of those are going to have huge effects on the actual fight you're taking place. So this particular fight is probably one of the easier ones because I would say it's mid-level easy. There's 3 enemy groups you're going to run into here that suck. Well, I mean, look at that. I got a Mithril Shield. Hell yeah. So there's 3 enemy groups you can run into here. Well, actually 4. And that was probably a mid-level one. So it's not half bad. I would probably recommend saving after every each fight. If you are not using the PC version. Otherwise, the PC version does like an autosave after every fight where you can just continue. I'm going to heal up real quick. Because there's one particular fight on this island that's real difficult. And that's the one where you have to kind of clench your butt and get ready for it. Oh, well, that's not it. This is the easy one. This is where you get, like, I wouldn't say free experience, but they don't have anything that truly just destroys your ability to get things done. Which, honestly, looking at Tello's MP, you're going to be burning through like a ton of tents here because he can cast Blizzaga, Thundaga, Faraga like 3 times and that's it. And I've gained enough levels that when I run into like the truly difficult fight on this island, I could probably live through it with 1 cast of Thundaga, Blizzaga, whatever. And this is not it. This is probably like, this one's not bad. But you have to be prepared because if you run into that hard fight, you need Tello to just be able to just constantly drop the Thundaga, Blizzaga, Faraga. I recommend Faraga because there's a particular enemy in that group that's just bad. Not bad like bad time, but he will wreck your business. I mean, I've been grinding on this island for a while now. You still see I'm getting all these levels. And now, we're gonna do what my brother would always say when he saw my 3rd grade teacher. We're gonna pitch a tent. All right. I'm gonna be extra prepared for the save. I really hope I get into like the super angry fight here because it's drastically different than the other enemies you fight on this area. Nope. This is the easy fight. Oh, biscuits. Come on. I mean, shit, Tello did more than 1 damage. He's got a nut. Which, again, even with these critters, like, this is like the free win of this island. Like, those guys are not that difficult, and it kind of sucks when you run into when you're a little more comfortable on this island, but when you are first time dipping a toe in here at level 21 or 20, those you're happy to run into. And here we go again. So, attack, kick. Oh, Lord have mercy. I really don't want to have to do some editing here. but I will if I have to. Goodbye. Oh, also, one of the things I did prior to all this grinding is I bought Cecil a Mithril Shield, or not Mithril Shield, a Mithril Sword, because when he has that counter augment, oh my god, it's these fuckers. When he has that counter augment, anytime he gets hit with a physical attack, he counters. Well, usually. So that just greatly increases the potential damage that he can produce. So I am always a huge supporter of making Cecil just a beast. Give him the angriest weapon. Assuming you give him the augment that has counter, so that anytime he takes physical damage, he's just pushing it right back out, which is fucking just huge. Goodbye. Yo, another Mithril Shield. This kind of annoys me. I really just want to run into like the super angry group, because the first time I came here to like actually grind up experience and get people way higher than they should be, like it was like 4 back-to-back fights of like the hardest enemy group here. So I'm gonna be super annoyed if it just does not show up here. Please. Nothing to see here, just look the other way. Which, by the way, Tella's recall ability, it costs mana, which is garbage. Alright, let's try this again. Please. For fuck's sake! Okay, so this is probably the second most difficult fight here. It's because all 3 of these critters can go for the stone or cast a break or do an effect that potentially leads to stoning. And that can suck. And goodbye. So break, it petrifies the character it's cast on in I think 10 seconds or X amount of rounds. I feel like it's a set number of seconds because there have been times when I fight the really angry group of enemies, which I apparently can't find anymore. I think I want to say the counter is outside the rounds of actions and more just like a set number of seconds because it's rough. Well, how about the weather? So again, that's probably good. 3 strength. That's where we want you. So again, that's probably the easiest boss or enemy group here, and it's absolutely worth it to come here and try to kill those to get like experience to level up. Use a tent. Which hell or high water, I'm going to find that angry boss group that I ran into back to back. Like when I first came to this island to level up, I ran into like probably close to 7 of them in a row. Nope. These aren't it. These are the medium quality. Goodbye. Which these creatures, being medium quality, it's good experience. Not bad skill. But I need to run into, like, the angriest group on the... Is this it? No, it's not. Just attack. Just attack. Kick. Why don't you just attack as well? I feel like this is one of those, like, Murphy's Law things where it's like, oh, I'm really trying to accomplish something, and now it's never going to happen. Because when I first came here, these creatures were scary, but now they're like, no, I've leveled up enough that they're just easy. Goodbye. Which is a great experience and frankly gold too. But I really like the super angry stuff. And now, for the love of God and all that is holy, when do I get to see the angry group of enemies? Is it? Nope. I mean, I got back attack, and that sucks. Okay, you know what? I'm going to record this fight, and I'm going to save. In the beginning of my next episode, we'll start with the angriest group of enemies on this fucking continent, because we're going to go into the castle that's nearby to deal with some really, really angry enemies that we should not be fighting at this point. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.